All right, Eli Marcus. This gentleman has been doing good for a long time, and it's a big honor to get to finally meet you, actually, and talk about good. He's
My pleasure, Paul.
He's had that seminar. What was that?
The seminar center we had in New York City was one of the largest seminar companies in the world. We had some incredible book authors, celebrities, all trying to put good out in the world like you do.
And why did you start it?
Well, I started it actually because I was pretty dysfunctional when I was younger. You know, I was the shyest kid in the entire class, believe it or not. And I didn't like it. And I tried to find a better way. So I went into every bookstore I could possibly go to, bought every book on self-improvement, read them all. And here I am now.
Improved, self-improved.
In the middle of Times Square, somewhat self-improved.
All right,
still
great.
A work in progress.
And so there's something, you said something about motivational, motivational something. What is that?
Well, I have a podcast called The Motivation Show where I interview people a lot smarter than I am, thought leaders, athletes, celebrities, motivational speakers, anybody that actually I can learn from. So if I can learn from them, we all can learn from them. So we're all works in progress. That's the point.
Eli, you're stealing my material. You've created a show just like me. But I'm not going to speak for you, but I sure know that I'm not so smart. And so the opportunity to hear from others is a blessing for us too, right? And then to share that with the world. And I think as a result of us being humble, I'll say, we know a little bit. Being humble, I may be saying, what do you mean by that? You help the world, because a lot of people are actually afraid to say, what do you mean by that? It's something, this world is, you have to know everything. To say you don't know, like in a class, what are you talking about, teacher? It just, everybody look at it, in fact, they'll throw things at you in the class.
Well, sometimes you're going to hear the same thing 1,000 times. And Malcolm Gladwell wrote a book called The Tipping Point, right?
Yeah.
And it takes some tipping point. It could be the 1,001st time you've heard that, until you finally start doing what you need to do for yourself. Because, we are creatures of habit. We're like Groundhog Day, wake up the same way every day. We're in our comfort zones. We have to break out of those comfort zones. So you can never get too much motivation. And it's kind of like air and it's food. It's like people say to me, well, I went to this class, it didn't make a difference. Well, you need to do it every day.
And I like to use the comment, enjoy every moment. Every moment. So now, my moment in life, which is starting right now. This is the first moment for the rest of my life, and now's a new moment. The things that you just shared with me, I'm going to look at life in a different way, because my being, my body, even though they say by the time you're 7, you've got about 80% of everything you're ever going to know inside of your brain. However, we have some little here, a little there. What do you think about that?
I honestly disagree with that statement. I think
all right.
that we have very little that we actually can learn and will learn during our life. We just have to be open to it. Many of us stop at that point. True. But that doesn't mean there isn't a whole lot more to learn. I mean, the world is infinite in terms of its knowledge, and the best way to learn is to learn from someone else who's already spent decades, learning it. So why do it the hard way? Why reinvent the wheel? So model yourself after other people's behavior, other people's thoughts, and other people's success. Quickest line to success.
There you go. Okay. I guess I was talking about some of those inner emotions between happy and sad. Some of those not cultural things are, how do they make this piece of wood or something? Those we'll learn forever, right? Some of those early, at least they say that. So that's why they take care of young people, because their brains are growing very quickly and they're going to learn, and let's teach them the right way. If they see bang, bang, shoot 'em ups on TV all day long, they question whether the world is a bang, bang, shoot up world. What do you think?
Well, first of all, our brains have plasticity. And, when we grow up, everybody calls you names, right? Everybody's trying to find, kids, are mean to each other, right? Sometimes those labels stay in your mind forever. Sometimes you put a label on yourself. So I think it's important to realize at some point that you are not the label. You can become anything that you want to become, and it's all in how you think. Whatever you think you are, if you think you're somebody who's not meant for success, guess what? Self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think you could be the greatest singer or the greatest actor in the planet, guess what? Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Wonderama, boom, 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 bang, 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 bang. My mother gave me the book, The Power of Positive Thinking by Reverend Norman Vincent Peale, when she was the librarian at Temple Emmanuel. She was a very open-minded woman. I agree entirely with you. You think positive, but it's also important to hang out with positive people.
Absolutely.
Encouraging, nourishing. What do you think?
Well, you absolutely have to surround yourself with people who embrace what you have and you embrace what they have, because other people are going to lead you down a path that's not necessarily going to get you anywhere. People just want to bum out in the street corner or keep watching television. There's nothing wrong with that, watching some TV, but you're never going to actually get to your highest level of greatness if you're hanging out with people who just don't have a lot of ambition.
Last question, but I could go on. We could talk, but I only got about 4 seconds of power left. What's peace for you? We do the World Peace Day concert.
What's peace?
Yeah.
I mean, peace of mind, honestly, is just not sweating the small stuff, as Richard Carlson wrote in his great book. And to realize that really it is all small stuff until you actually get the one or two really big stuff in life. But everything else, don't sweat it. Be at peace.
Eli, you're a great man. Thanks so much.
Thank you.